Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be talking about a standard rabbit house, building a standard rabbit house. I'm going to be showing you my cages. I stay in a small space. I am renting right now, so I don't have enough space. I put a few cages in a corridor behind my bedroom, so that's why I have my few rabbits. So if you have a bigger space, you can just multiply what I have into what you want. Right? If I have 4 cages and you have a bigger space, you can have 10 or whatever number of cages you want. Okay, I'm just going to show you what a standard good rabbit house should have. Its height, it should be off the ground. Well, since mine is outside of a house, it's not in a house. Like, there are those people who like build a house, for example, or shelter that is closed. They can have their rabbits starting from down, but for me, I stay in a gate, yes, but still that kids or animal can get in, like for example a dog or something. I don't want my rabbits to be disturbed, so I put them high up off the ground. And this is what you should do if you're outside. If your cages are not enclosed in a room, you should have them high off the ground. Animals can't easily reach, like crawling things can't just enter your rabbits. Dogs can't reach them, cats, and even kids. Kids will come and disturb and try to feed the rabbits what is not good for them. The next thing you should consider is you should make sure that your rabbit cages are sealed. As you can see, they are totally sealed above. Even if you're going to put a roof, like iron sheets have ridges, those ridges. So if you just put iron sheets, you see how iron sheets are made, they're like this. So this one that goes up like this, something can enter through there. Rats can enter, a snake can go in. So just first seal off everything, and then you can put whatever roof you want to put, so that your rabbits are totally safe from anything. Even the doors, like make sure when you close the doors, fully close, and nothing is allowed in or out. Because still, if you don't close fully, a rabbit can go through and get out, and when it's out, it's in the open, anything can eat it, something can go wrong with the rabbit. So just make sure your cages are sealed totally. So the cages are 2 by 2 by around 1.5. Don't give your rabbits too much space, okay? Because unless you're having a pet, guys. But if you're having a commercial business, your rabbits don't need a lot of space, because a lot of space can cause them to exercise too much and stretch too much, and before you know it, your rabbit is not gaining weight because it has a lot of space to exercise. So some people are going to come for me, I know. How can you put a rabbit in such a small space? Can you live in such a small space? Guys, like I said, commercial business. And honestly speaking, if you're having your rabbits for commercial business, you're growing them out for meat, they're going to stay with you for at most 5 months. Usually by 4 months your rabbits should be out. So you're telling me that your rabbit's gonna die and the bones are gonna hurt and whatever in 4 months? So guys, let's put emotion aside. This is a business. So this is a perfect space and it's enough for rabbits. For the mesh, I use there's this green mesh. It is coated. It is mesh that is coated with plastic, and here it's normally in green color. All right. The holes in that for the droppings to go through, but not so big to hurt the rabbit's feet. And if you want to build a durable cage, don't use only this for the floor. It's best to put this other mesh. This one, I think it could be around 2 inches, maybe 2 by 2. We use this one for roast meat and do other things with it. So you can put this first mesh and then you add the one that is coated. Okay, it is a coated one is better because first of all it's a little bit more durable than the one that is not coated because it doesn't rust easily. For cages for males, the floor is totally the same. And for separating the cages, for the male, you put that same mesh that you put on the floor, the one with the harder mesh. You also put it on the side to separate this male because males are stubborn, especially if it can smell a ready female next to it or still nearby. It will scratch, it will bite, it may bite and go through. So it's best to, or for example, it may want to fight another male, you know, so just separate them like that. If for example you had a male here and a male and a male, you can separate like that and they won't be able to fight to go into another cage. And of course you can have a good number of females in the same cage, but males fight. And you know, you normally have few males on the farm. If you for breeders, a few males on the farm. So for the males, the cage is slightly smaller than for the females because they stay alone. They won't ever share with another rabbit. So normally I make it a bit smaller. The width can remain the same, 2 feet, but length I make it 1.5 feet and height 1.5 like the rest of the cages. Now for the roofing, like I said, I'm renting, so it's not a final place for these cages. And also for the budget, it went into my budget. I got a good cage really. The person who did this did a good job, so it took some money from me. And I decided to choose this type of roofing, and it works well. It protects them from the sun and from the rain. You can put anything actually. Yeah, there are some villages that use grass for roofing. You can still use, so long as you've sealed off the cages like I told you. You can put anything on top and cover your rabbits. I told you the doors also should be, when you close, it should be able to totally close without leaving any space for anything to enter. Now for the dividers of the cages, the mesh that I used for divide and also on the side, I still used this mesh, the coated mesh. Now for this cage, as you can see it's in a fence and it's against the wall. So on the wall side, I didn't put anything else. I just put a mesh and I just put wood on the sides and this side. So I used limited wood. It is mostly mesh because rabbits really don't suffer much from cold. What disturbs rabbits a lot is mainly heat. Too much heat is worse than coldness. They need aeration. So now since I stay in a gate, I don't need too much timber around. But now if you're staying in a place where it is not so safe, then you use a lot of timber like on the sides for protection from the coldness, because now you see here this is against the wall. It's not that cold. You know, if it is standing alone and it's in a corridor, like there is wall here, there is wall there, so it's not too much coldness going on here. But if it was standing alone, then you would try to protect your rabbits more and put the mesh somewhere and also like incorporating timber to make it work. Now if you look at these separators, the ones that separates the cages, make sure you build well. Like this piece of timber is very important. Some people don't put it. Stubborn rabbits can go through that. With time, that will become a problem. It's hard for them to scratch this. It will be more durable if you put this separator timber here. Now, for the urine and the poop, I used an iron sheet. Now, you see how I put it? I put it in a way that it didn't disturb me so much with the construction. I didn't construct it, but it did not disturb the one who constructed it. If this person had to cut and put it, pouring in front of the rabbit cages, first of all, it would disturb to make, like having to cut pieces. And also I would use a longer gutter than what I used. See what I used is very short, so budget wise it works perfectly. Now between the cage floor and this iron sheet that collects urine and droppings, there should be enough space so that you can easily clean. If it's too compacted, it is hard to clean. So guys, I think I've covered the basics of a rabbit cage, a standard rabbit cage. This type of cage is very good because it is self-contained. The rabbits won't be in a wet place. Everything drops underneath and you can clean whenever you have time. Alright guys, thanks for watching the video. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to comment, hit the notification button so that you don't miss another video. Share with your friends. See you in the next video.